Hello my dear students. Now over here we are going to see some examples on isomorphism. So the question is verify whether the following linear transformations are isomorphism, and if they are isomorphism then they have asked us to find T inverse. Naturally, if a linear transformation is isomorphism then it is going to be bijective, and we know whenever our function is bijective we can find its inverse. Okay, so now it is already given that this is a linear transformation. Now we have to check whether it is an isomorphism or not. So what is the definition of linear transformation? So whenever we are having vector spaces V and W, then T from V to W is said to be an isomorphism if first T is a linear map, then the second one is T is 1 1, and the last one is T is what, onto, right? So this is the definition of what, isomorphism, isn't it? Now they already said that following are linear transformation, so naturally this is clearly true. So only we are supposed to check whether the given linear transformations are 1 1 and onto. So if it is both 1 1 and onto, then we can say that it is isomorphism, and if it is isomorphism then we will find what, T inverse, right? Chalo, let us go then. So first of all we'll show T is 1 1. show म्हणण्यापेक्षा we will check असं आपण म्हणूया whether T is 1 1 or not. Now you know there are two ways to check whether the linear transformation is 1 1 or not. Okay, one way is our usual method to show the function is 1 1, and other one is with the help of kernel. Okay, so we know if T from V to W is a linear map, I think in the last class we have already seen it. If T from V to W is a linear map, then kernel of T is equal to singleton 0 if and only if T is 1 1, isn't it? So this fact we can use, right, in order to show the linear transformation is 1 1 or not. So let us start then. I will say here V and W both are R2, okay, and it is 0 comma 0. We know what is our kernel of T. It is set of all V belonging to V such that T of V is equal to what, 0 of W, which is further equal to, so which notation for V you are going to use? This one, right? Whatever is given in the definition of linear map. So it is equal to set of all V is equal to xy belonging to R2 such that this T of xy is equal to what, 0 comma 0, which is further equal to set of all xy. Now I will eliminate this belonging to R2 part because it is clear that it is an element of R2. And what is our T of xy? It is x plus 2y comma x minus y is equal to 0 comma 0, which is further equal to, it is set of all xy such that x plus 2y is equal to 0 and what, x minus y is equal to 0. Okay, let me make some space. Yes, so which is further equal to set of all xy. Now let us solve this system. Okay, so I will solve it over here on the rough side. So it is x plus 2y is equal to 0 and x minus y is equal to 0. Multiply second equation by 2, so it is same as x plus 2y is equal to 0 and 2x minus 2y is equal to 0. Add them, so you'll have 3x is equal to 0, that is nothing but x is equal to 0. So if you put value of x in this equation, then you'll get y is equal to 0. So the solution to this system is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So therefore the kernel is nothing but what? Singleton 0. Therefore you can say kernel of t is equal to singleton 0, and therefore t is 1 1. Is that okay? And I will call it as some Roman 1. Okay. Now let us check whether t is onto or not. Okay, t is onto or not. Okay, जर इथे t11 आला नसता तर आपण डायरेक्टली म्हटलं असतं की t is not a isomorphism, and then if it is not isomorphism, then no point of t inverse, right? So we should recall the definition of onto function. Okay, so what do you mean by onto function? Function f from x to y is said to be onto. Now this we already seen, okay, in first year. If for all y belonging to y there exists, means what? We have to find x belonging to x such that f of x is equal to what? Y. Now note one thing, whatever last theorem we have discussed, that theorem can be applied here, because our t is from what? R2 to R2, right? And it is a linear transformation, it is given. And what was last theorem saying? The following statements are equivalent. Okay, t is an isomorphism, right? Then the next statement was, I think, t is 1 1, and the next one was t is onto, right? सो याच्यामध्ये एक जरी घडत असेल तर आपल्याला काय म्हणता येतं? सो जर टी 1 1 झाला किंवा टी ऑन 2 झाला तर आपल्याला लगेच म्हणता येतं की टी इज आयसोमॉर्फिझम. ऍक्च्युअली इन द थिअरम इट वॉज v2v. okay, and this v is a finite dimensional vector space. Okay, so domain and codomain should be same, note that. आणि इथे आहे our domain is also R2 and codomain is also R2. हा linear transformation already आहे, and just now we have proved that t is 1 1, so therefore we can directly say that t is an isomorphism. Okay, but we are going to use this method, okay, to show t is onto. The reason is because it is required to find what? T inverse. Okay, so therefore we are going to follow this method. Otherwise we can directly use this theorem and we can say t is isomorphism, but still if we use this theorem, टी इनवर्स शोधण्यासाठी परत हे कॅल्क्युलेशन्स करावेच लागतील. ओके, त्यामुळे पहिल्यांदा आपण काय करूया की टी इज ऑन टू ह्या पद्धतीने दाखवूया आणि त्याचा वापर करून आपल्याला लगेच काय करता येईल? टी इनवर्स शोधता येईल. ओके ओके, सो इट इज क्लिअर दॅट नाउ टी इज ऑन टू ओव्हर हियर. नो इश्यूज विथ दिस बिकॉज by last theorem t is isomorphism in fact, so it should be on to. Okay, chalo let us start then. Okay, now there is a slight difference. Okay, what is the difference? In this case our x is nothing but r2, right, and y is also what? R2. Okay, now instead of using these notations I am going to use different notations. So chalo, so I will say let u is equal to u1 u2, since it is a point of R2 belonging to R2 be any element. Now this R2 is our codomain. Now for this element of codomain we have to find a preimage. So to find beta small t, to find f1 f2 belonging to R2, so this is our domain, such that which condition should be satisfied? This t of f should be equal to u, so that is nothing but t of f1 f2 should be equal to u1 u2. Simply note one thing, whatever f we are finding, it should be an element of R2. That is important. Okay, And when will this be a element of R2? If this F1 is a real number and F2 is a real number. Okay, so what will be T of F1 F2? Now note, T of xy is already given to us. What is T of xy? I guess it should be x minus 2y and x plus y. Okay, still we will check it. So x plus 2y and x minus y. So x plus 2y, yes, and x minus y. So it is x plus 2y and x minus y. So chalo, let us use it here. So therefore, now if T of xy is equal to x plus 2y असेल, now if x is replaced by f1 and y is replaced by what? f2. So if you use it, it will be therefore f1 plus 2f2 comma f1 minus f2 will be equal to what? u1 u2. So इथे आपल्याला बघा f1 आणि f2 च्या किमती शोधायच्या आहेत. Keep this in mind. We want to find, just a minute, yes, we want to find f, means what? We have to find f1 and f2. So now just compare. So after comparison, therefore f1 plus 2f2 will be equal to u1 and f1 minus f2 will be equal to u2. Same logic, we will multiply this equation by 2. Therefore we will get f1 plus 2f2 is equal to u1 and इथे 2f1 minus 2f2 will be equal to what? 2u2. So after simply addition, what we are going to get? This will get cancelled out. 3f1 will be equal to u1 plus 2u2, and therefore what will be f1? Your f1 is u1 plus 2u2 upon 3, and it belongs to R. No issues with this, because this u1 and u2 are what? Real numbers. So since u1 and u2 are real numbers, so therefore this f1 is also going to be a real number. Now we have to find what? f2. Okay, so in order to get the value of f2, what I will do is, so I will put my value of f1 in this equation. I will call it as sum 1. 1 we have already used, right? So better 2. So I will say put, or instead of saying 2, I will directly say put f1 is equal to u1 plus 2u2 upon 3 in f1 minus f2 is equal to u2 to get f2, right? So therefore f2 will be f1 minus u2, which is equal to, our f1 is u1 plus 2u2 upon 3 by taking LCM, minus 3u2 upon 3, and which is further equal to u1, and what is 2u2 minus 3u2? It will be minus u2 upon 3, and that is your f2. And note, this is also a real number. Okay, so now see which equation will be required in order to find inverse. Okay, so I'll call it as sum 2, right? Because T of f is equal to u, the T inverse apply केलं, what will be f? T inverse u, and in this way we are going to get our T inverse. Okay, so this will be required. So therefore we will say for all u is equal to u1 u2 belonging to R2, there exists f is equal to f1 comma f2, which is further equal to what? f1 is u1 plus 2u2 upon 3 comma f2 is u1 minus u2 upon 3 belonging to R2, such that what is happening, this T of f is equal to u, and therefore T is onto. I will call it as sum 3. So therefore from 1 and 3 we can say that T is a isomorphism. Therefore from 1 and 3 T is an isomorphism. Now to find T inverse, okay. So I will say, since your T is a map from R2 to R2, so therefore your T inverse will be a map from R2 to R2 only, given by, okay, T inverse of, okay. Now that equation 2 will be required. So T of f is equal to u. So what will be T inverse u? T inverse u will be equal to f, that is nothing but T inverse of u is nothing but u1 u2, f is nothing but f1 f2. But what is the value of f1? That is important, okay. So value of f1 is u1 plus 2u2 upon 3, and what is f2? f2 is u1 minus u2 upon 3, okay. So this is your T inverse, okay, and that is what we wanted to do, okay. If you want, I will just square it. So to check T is what, 1 1 or not, so in order to do it, we have to find kernel. So here V is equal to R2, W is equal to R3, and you already know the zeros. 0 of V is 0 comma 0, 0 of W is 0 comma 0 comma 0. We know our kernel of T is equal to set of all V belonging to V, such that this T of V is equal to 0 of W, which is further equal to which notation for V? Whatever is given in the question naturally. V is equal to xy belonging to R2, such that this T of xy, and what is 0 of W? 0 comma 0 comma 0, which is further equal to set of all xy, no need of writing belonging to R2 because it is understood from the context, and our function is x minus y comma y is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0, which is further equal to set of all xy, such that x is equal to 0, x minus y is equal to 0, and what, y is equal to 0. So which is equal to set of all xy such that x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, because you can see that this equation is also satisfied if you put x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. So it is equal to 0 comma 0. Therefore what we are having is, therefore kernel of T is equal to singleton 0, you can call it as sum 1, and therefore T is 1 1, okay. Not this is our 1, right? t is 1, 1 is 1. Now see, in the last example I told you regarding how we have guessed whether this function is onto or not. ओके, आपण कसं गेस केलं की हे फंक्शन ऑन टू आहे की नाही, तो मागचा थेरम जो आहे त्याचा वापर केला. आपण अजून एक ट्रिक वापरू शकतो, अँड द ट्रिक इज रँक नलिटी थेरम, जी की आपण आधीही वापरलेली आहे माझ्या मते याच्या आधीच्याच लेक्चरला, राईट. सो दॅट कॅन बी ऑल्सो यूज्ड. ओके, सो when is your function onto if your image of t is directly equal to codomain. Now for this first example our codomain was R2, right. Now if you try to use rank nullity theorem, what is rank nullity theorem? Dimension of V is equal to what? Dimension of kernel of t plus dimension of image of t, right. Now what is our dimension of V? Our domain is R2 itself, so I'll write it here. So R2, so that is 2, so 2 is equal to, what is dimension of kernel of t? 0 plus dimension of image of t. So therefore we are having dimension of image of t as equal to 2. Okay, now see, once we talk about R2, now we already know that this image of t is a subspace of R2 because codomain is also R2. So what are the possible dimensions of image of 2? Either it will be 0, either it will be 1, and either it will be 2. So if dimension of image of t is 0, then we say that it is singleton 0. If it is 1, it is a line passing through origin, and if it is 2, then what it is? It is R2 itself. मग ह्या केसमध्ये सुद्धा डायमेन्शन ऑफ इमेज ऑफ टी इक्वल टू 2 आहे डायरेक्टली. Therefore what is your image of t? Your image of t is directly equal to R2, and therefore this t is onto. Okay, हे जरी लॉजिक वापरलं तरी चालेल. So this I have explained in the last class. Okay, this is that logic. Okay, so same logic can be applied. Okay, for our second example also. Naturally we can use this definition also. Okay, but this is little bit lengthy. Okay, so you will understand why I am telling you to use that rank nullity theorem in order to decide whether it is onto or not. Okay, now for this example, what is our codomain? For this example our codomain is R3. So जर हे फंक्शन onto असेल, if this function is onto, then what should be our image of t? Our image of t should be equal to R3. In the other words, you can say our dimension of image of t should be equal to 3. So if dimension of image of t comes out to be equal to 3, then and then this function is going to be what? Onto. And note one thing, जसं आपण पहिल्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये तो आयसोमॉर्फिझमचा थेरम वापरला, 3 इक्विव्हॅलंट कंडिशन्स, तो थेरम इथे वापरता येणार नाहीये कारण की आपला डोमेन R2 आहे आणि कोडोमेन R3 आहे. पण त्या एक्झाम्पलसाठी डोमेन आणि कोडोमेन दोन्ही काय लागतात? सेमच लागतात. ओके, असं पण एक कारण आहे की वी आर थिंकिंग ऑफ व्हॉट? दिस रँक नलिटी थेरम इन ऑर्डर टू डिसाइड वेदर दिस फंक्शन इज ऑन टू और नॉट. ओके, चलो, let us do it then. So we already have kernel and we already have V. Our V is R2. So just I will write here, by rank nullity theorem what do we have? By rank nullity theorem, dimension of V is equal to dimension of kernel of T plus dimension of image of T, but dimension of V is 2, therefore 2 is equal to, this is 0 which is equal to plus dimension of image of T, therefore dimension of image of T is equal to 2. Okay, now since dimension of image of T is 2, can we say that image of T is equal to R3? No chance, we cannot say, because what is the dimension of R3? It is 3 आणि dimension of image of T काय आलेली आहे? 2 आलेली आहे. So therefore I can conclude that, therefore I can say this image of T is not equal to R3. That is our codomain. If you want, I will write it inside the bracket, and therefore T is not onto. Is that okay? Now since T is not onto, therefore T is not a isomorphism, and therefore we are not going to find T inverse. Okay. Therefore T is not an isomorphism, therefore we will not go for what? T inverse, right? So now let us go for next example. So now let us proceed in the similar way as last two examples. So here V is equal to P2 of R. Now what is our P2 of R? Set of all polynomials having degree less equal to with real coefficients. Our W is equal to R3. What is our 0 of V? Your 0 of V is 0 plus 0x plus what? 0x square. And what about 0 of codomain? That is 0 comma 0 comma 0. We know what is our kernel of T? Kernel of T is equal to set of all V belonging to V such that T of V is equal to 0 of W, which is further equal to set of all, which notation for V? This one, whatever is given in the question. So V is equal to alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square belonging to P2 of R such that T of alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0, which is further equal to set of all alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square belonging to P2 of R such that, now what is T of alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square? It is alpha comma beta minus gamma and alpha plus gamma is equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0. Now simply comparing, this is equal to alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square such that alpha is equal to 0, beta minus gamma is equal to 0, and what? Alpha plus gamma is equal to 0, right? Which is further equal to set of all alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square such that, so alpha is 0, जर alpha ची किंमत इथे टाकली तर gamma 0 येईल आणि gamma ची किंमत जर इथे टाकली तर beta 0 येईल. So alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 0. So which is equal to singleton 0. Therefore kernel of T is equal to singleton 0, and therefore T is 1 1. Okay, yes. आता T is onto or not ते आपल्याला बघायचं आहे. आता बघा, लास्ट एक्झाम्पल मध्ये T onto नाहीये हे दाखवण्यासाठी आपण रँक नलिटी थेरम वापरला. तर रँक नलिटी थेरम आपण ती जर onto नसेल तरच आपण वापरणार आहोत. ओके, आय होप यू आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. टी onto नाहीये हे दाखवण्यासाठीच आपण रँक नलिटी थेरमचा वापर करायचा. कारण की जर आपण आपली युजुअल मेथड वापरली, सो दिस युजुअल मेथड्स इज युजलेस दॅन. कारण की का? कारण की आपण युज्युअल मेथड कशासाठी वापरतोय? इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड टी इनवर्स. आपल्याला टी इनवर्स शोधणं सोपं जातं, त्यामुळे आपण ही मेथड वापरतो इन ऑर्डर टू शो टी इज ऑन टू. पण जर टी ऑन टूच नसेल देन वाय टू गो फॉर दॅट मेथड? सो दॅरफोर वी हॅव युज्ड हिअर रँक नलिटी थेरम. आता इथे सुद्धा आपण पहिल्यांदा चेक करूया की वेदर इट इज ऑन टू ऑर नॉट. आता ऑन टू कसं चेक करायचं? फक्त डायमेन्शन ऑफ इमेज ऑफ टी आपल्याला शोधायची. जर डायमेन्शन ऑफ इमेज ऑफ टी इक्वल टू जर 3 आली, बिकॉज आवर कोडोमेन इज R3 इन दिस केस, ज्याची की डायमेन्शन 3 आहे. सो जर डायमेन्शन ऑफ इमेज ऑफ टी 3 आली, so it means that it is onto, and if it is onto, then we will use our usual method to show that function is onto. Is that okay? Why? Because in that case we have to find t inverse. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. So चला रफ मध्ये आपण चेक करूया whether it is onto or not. Okay, so on this side I will write, so our v2 v is p2 of r, so dimension of v is actually 3. Okay, so by rank nullity theorem what we are having, dimension of v is equal to rank of t plus nullity of t. Now dimension of v is 3, which is equal to rank of t, which we have to find, plus nullity is 0. Therefore rank of t is 3. In the sense dimension of image of t is 3. Now since dimension of image of t is 3, so therefore image of t should be what? R3 only. So therefore it is onto actually, right? No issues with this. But which method we are going to use in order to show it is onto? Our usual method, because since it is onto, it is going to be an isomorphism and we have to find its inverse. Okay, so chalo, I will write here to check. आता मी फक्त to checkच म्हणणार इथे, कारण की ह्या स्टेजला आपल्याला माहित नाहीये whether it is onto or not. Okay, it is onto or not, right? I hope you are getting my point. ह्या स्टेजला in the sense सोल्युशन मध्ये फक्त आपण बोलतोय, राईट? टेंटेटिव्हली आपण ऑलरेडी गेस केलेला आहे की इट इज ऑन टू. सो चलो देन लेट अस स्टार्ट. सो नाउ ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड की डोमेन आपला R3 आहे, नो सॉरी, डोमेन इज P2 ऑफ R आणि कोडोमेन आपला R3 आहे. सो व्हॉट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ, जस्ट अ मिनिट, येस, सो व्हॉट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ ऑन टू फंक्शन? So for all y belonging to y, if you want, I will recall it again over here, somewhere here. बघा, हे परीक्षेमध्ये लिहिताना फक्त तुम्हाला ब्लॅक पेन मध्ये जे लिहिलेलं आहे तेच लिहायचं आहे, फक्त समजण्यासाठी आहे. So for all y belonging to y, if your function is from x to y naturally, for all y belonging to y, there should exist x belonging to x such that f of x is equal to y. There exists means we have to find. So let us take a element of codomain then. So I will set let, I will call it as u. Codomain is R3, so u1, u2, u3 belonging to R3 be any element. So to find, now how do element of domain look like? Now since it is P2 of R, so I will call it as f0 plus f1x plus f2 x square belonging to P2 of R, such that what should happen? Such that this T of f should be equal to u. Therefore T of f0 plus f1x plus f2 x square will be equal to what? u1, u2 and u3. So I'll call it as sum 2. As you know, this will be required to find T inverse. And now note, whatever f0, f1 आणि f2 आपण शोधणार आहोत, that should be elements of R. And how is function defined, that we have to see now. It is alpha, beta minus gamma आणि alpha plus gamma. So beta minus gamma, alpha plus gamma. So it is beta minus gamma, alpha plus gamma, and over here it is alpha, I guess. Okay, it is image of what? T of you are not supposed to write it in the exam. So alpha plus beta x plus gamma x square, I guess. Let me check it once again. Alpha, beta minus gamma and alpha plus gamma. So yes, so therefore over here what we are going to get, T of, not T of. Now we are going to operate T. So therefore पहिल्यांदा अल्फा आलेला आहे तर इथे एफ नॉट येणार, तिकडे बीटा मायनस गॅमा आहे तर इकडे काय येईल f1 मायनस f2, आणि तिकडे अल्फा प्लस गॅमा आहे तर इथे काय येईल f0 प्लस f2 इज इक्वल टू u1 u2 u3. okay, now simply compare. Therefore f0 is equal to u1, f1 minus f2 is equal to u2, and f0 plus f2 is equal to what? u3. Now in order to solve this system, we are going to use a matrix form, that is Gauss elimination method. So let us use it. So what will be our augmented matrix? So augmented matrix will be equal to f0 आहे म्हणजे 1. पहिल्या इक्वेशन मध्ये f1 नाहीये, f2 पण नाहीये, आणि इकडे u1 आहे. am I right? दुसऱ्या इक्वेशन मध्ये f0 नाही, f1 आहे, f2 पण आहे, दिस इज u2. तिसऱ्या इक्वेशन मध्ये f0 आहे, f1 नाहीये, f2 आहे, and u3. okay, so naturally we have to convert it in echelon form. So by r3 minus r1, so this will be equivalent to 1 0 0, u1 as it is, 0 1 minus 1, u2 as it is, this will be 0 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, and over here you will have u3 minus u1, right? So what will be our equivalent system? So equivalent system is, remember our variables are f0, f1 and f2. so over here ranks are equal, that we already know. okay, rank of augmented matrix as well as rank of A is 3, which is equal to number of unknowns, that is f0, f1 and f2. so unique solution. okay, therefore system has unique solution. So let us write down the equivalent system. Equivalent system is, so what is equivalent system? f0 तर आधीच भेटलेला होता u1, from the second equation f0, f1 minus f2 is equal to u2, and f2 भेटलेला आहे is equal to u3 minus u1, right? So if you want, I'll call it as some usual 1 2 and 3. okay, now we have to find the values of f0, f1 and f2. now we already got f0 and f2, so what is left out? Simply f1. so I'll say use 3 in 2 to get f1. so use 3 in 2, So therefore your, I guess, what will be f1, f1 will be f2 plus u2, which will be further equal to u3 minus u1 plus u2. Okay, so this is your value of f1. So it belongs to R, no issues with this. This also belongs to R and this also belongs to R. Okay, so I can say therefore we can say for all u is equal to u1 u2 u3 belonging to R3, there exists f is equal to what? F is equal to f0 plus f1x plus f2x square, which is equal to your f0 is u1 plus your f1 is u3 minus u1 plus u2 x plus your f2 is u3 minus u1 x square belonging to P2 of R such that T of f is equal to u. Therefore T is onto, you can say, I will call it as 3. Therefore from 1 and 3 T is 1 1 and onto. Therefore T is an isomorphism. Now to find T inverse, now since T is from P2 of R to R3, so therefore your T inverse is going to be from what? R3 to P2 of R, given by T inverse of u is equal to f. Since you know T of f is equal to u, I think I have called it as 2. Yes, since T of f is equal to u, therefore T inverse of u will be equal to f, and therefore T inverse of u1 u2 u3 will be equal to f0 plus f1x plus f2x square. Now simply put the values of f0, f1 and f2, which is u1 plus your f1 is u3 minus u1, so u3 minus u1 plus u2x, and what is your f2? And your f2 is u3 minus u1, u3 minus u1 x square. Okay, so this is regarding your T inverse for this example. Okay, so that is regarding the examples on isomorphism. There are few more examples, but they are a different kind of examples that we will see in next class. So these two examples are for homework, you can take a screenshot. Few more examples are there, few more in the sense one example in practical. So now this is question number 3. Okay, and your question number 2 is, can you guess it? So simply take screenshot of it and you can start solving the examples. Okay, so that's it for today, so we'll stop here. Thank you.